are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And cross-continent to the Michael J. Fox Studios in Beverly Hills, California. It's Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal as the Devils destroyed the Crybaby Blues 4-1. Wah, wah. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Ba-na-na-na. I lost the game. Ba-na-na-na. To the New Jersey Devils. Ba-na-na-na. Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
That's a little bluesy. I can't rhyme, so, you know. Wish I could. What's worse, Sam's baby cries or me attempting to do a blues number here off the top of my head?
Wah!
Oh boy. All right, let's move on right there. I think we solved that case. Sam Wu takes it one more time. But welcome, Sam, and everybody on YouTube and Facebook and X and Instagram. Big Devils victory tonight out there in St. Louis, where we have not fared well for quite some time against the St. Louis Blues. But you know this team, they are the Road Warriors. Oh, what a rush. That's right. Back out there. Devils now 12-4 on the road. Let's talk about it. Looking to get revenge on this Jim Montgomery-led team. Welcome back, Curtis Lazar. The fourth line is now intact once again with Bastian there. And Curtis McDermott is now, he sat for this game, although, well, we could talk about that later, especially with all the scuffles that occurred later on in this game. But Thomas Tatar is back in there on the fourth line. So welcome back, Curtis. You know it's going to be a physical game. Can the bottom six come through with some scoring? We've also talked about Paul Cotter, Eric Halla, Stefan Nason. Kind of going cold. Wonder if some of those guys might come through in this game. Spoiler alert. They did. Now, this first period started out pretty slow with both teams kind of feeling each other out for, it seemed like about 16, 15 minutes there. The first, Kovacevic took a big hit behind the net, although it was a big one. Looking back on the replay, it got him in the shoulder. So it was just a big hit. It was Kovacevic hanging onto the puck to make a play right there as well. And Ken Danico said it. Sometimes you got to take a hit to make a play. And that's what happened. And then the Blues hit the post off of Markstrom. And on the initial viewing on the TV screen, it sure as hell looked like it was in the back of the net. But oh no, Markstrom gets a piece and it deflects to his left and hits the inside of the goal post and goes straight down into the crease. And he's able to cover it up with the glove. And then, all right, someone we've all been a little critical of, myself included. But I do have a question for you. Has Andre Palat figured out the correct way to play with Jack and Jesper Hughes? He gets his sixth goal of the season with a big blast past Binnington. And what a play by Luke Hughes, who gets the primary assist, his 10th of the year now, with this long-range bank shot. Looked like one of those trick shots in pool. Coming right back out to Palat, who's got the cannon loaded up, and boom, in the back of the net. Pesce gets his fourth assist of the year. So remember, last Devils After Dark, didn't we mention something about Luke Hughes and Brett Pesce? Brett, am I a clown? Am I funny to you, Pesce? Starting to find their way offensively. And we even mentioned, hey, if maybe some of those guys could chip in a little bit, while some of those other players have been a little bit, on a cold streak. First goal of the game. Pesce gets his 4th assist. Luke gets his 10th. Palat, that's his 6th goal. Now he's starting to catch a little bit of fire for Palat. But I asked this question to you, and Sam Wu will check in with him at the end of the recap here. Has Palat figured out the way? It always takes people a little while to adjust to the teams and stuff. Adjusting, I guess, to Jesper Bratt and Jack Hughes, that's a pretty fast, elite level to be playing on. I mean, not like you didn't have Stamkos there in Tampa. But either way, has he figured out just the exact way to play with those two players? Just make space for them out there, and they'll somehow find you. I don't know. These past couple games, though, it does look like Palat is a hell of a lot more comfortable out there, and he's finding himself in some pretty high-scoring danger zones. Fly into the danger zone. Palat the pilot. I don't know. Danger Zone. Andre Danger Zone Palat. Could that be his new nickname? We'll see. I don't know. And then he actually had another good opportunity not too long after that. Stopped by Binnington. And yeah, he had himself a damn good first period over there. Devils 1-0 heading into the second. Luke Hughes turned on the turbo boost on a back check to knock the puck away from Sundqvist on a partial break. Woo! That's speed, and that's smart stick work. Look at that. Luke Hughes. Kid is going to be a defensive beast with that reach, speed, and stick handle. Bastian drew a penalty behind the Blues net. Tripping call. Devils going to power play, which we know it's been a bit of a power outage for some reason. Devils struggle at home. They do a lot better on the road, not only with the wins, but also with the power play. And in his 400th game, Stefan Nason gets his 14th goal of the season already. And I say already because that ties a career high for him per season, obviously. Tied his career high in goals for a single season within 34 games. That's a good pickup, Fitzy. You did good. You did good, kid. Finding this one over here. Power play goal. Just what we needed on all fronts. 1, jumpstart the PP. 2, jumpstart one of our players who's been a little bit cold lately. Stefan Nason. So, good on all fronts. Devils go up 2-0. And this was just... Jack Hughes was down low on a sharp angle, and he just threw the puck at the net. And Stefan Nason was there. The first shot, I think Binnington got the first shot, and it kind of snuck around the goal line on the outside of the net, obviously. And then Nason just pulls it back, and then he chips it off of Binnington and into the back of the net. And then it slides out underneath. And you're thinking, what's going on there? Well, Cam Fowler, newly acquired Cam Fowler, decided to cross-check Nico Hischier into the post. Now, a lot of times, these things don't get called at the end after goals and stuff like that. But this was a pretty egregious cross-check. And because it was on the goal, he hit Nico into it so hard that the goal came up. So the puck crossed the line, went in, and then right under the goalpost that was raised up from Nico getting cross-checked into it. So the Devils go right back onto the power play. It's very rare that you see that. They score on one and they draw one as they're scoring the other. Palat had another high danger chance there, center slot. That one got stopped. And then Markstrom made 2 big saves on a 2-on-1. He got both Holloway shots, first chance, and the rebound. And so we move into the third period now. 2-0 Devils still. And then it happens. We get a goal from our man, Brendan
Dillon! You son of a bitch.
That's right. We got movie clips now. Look out.
I only had one job to do tonight, and that was that.
You did good. You did good. You did good. Sam Wu coming through on the SFX. Hey Sam, who scored that goal? In the third period?
You son of a bitch.
Oh, you missed the Dylan.
I forgot to unmute it.
Dillon! You son of a bitch.
Hey, Scotty.
Oh man, yeah.
Who scored again?
It was a Brendan.
Dillon! You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna have to start finding all the other movie clips from stuff we use. We got to get the Joe Pesci stuff for Brett Pesci.
Funny
Oh, man.
how?
Funny how? Funny guy how? Well, like a clown, I amuse you. I'm here for your enjoyment. But that was Brendan
Dillon! You son of a bitch.
with his second goal of the season to put the Devils up 3-0. Not only is he king of football calls, but he's also the king of the soundboard over there, Sam Wu.
Yes.
Excellent job right there. At 3:38 of the third period, just kind of a soft wrister thrown on net. Timo Meyer and Dawson Mercer and Nico Hischier were getting all of those opportunities, and it was actually the Blues with a clearing attempt, and it was stopped by...
Oh, I don't have it up. Sorry.
I knew I'd catch you at some point. I was trying to catch you. Oh, it was stopped by Dylan. You son of a bitch. And he just puts the puck down on the ice and kind of steps around a little bit to the outside, and he just puts a little wrister right there on net. It somehow found its way through 4 players in front. Because I know Mercer was right in front of the net. I don't know if it was Timo. Yeah, it was Tico Torres from Bon Jovi. I don't know if it was Timo or Nico who was there also with Dawson Mercer. But there were 2 Blues players on them. And that puck somehow got through 4 players right in front of Binnington. I don't think he ever saw it. I really don't think he ever saw it. Dylan gets his second of the year, unassisted, 3:38. Devils go up 3-0. You're feeling good. Then we get a couple of scrums, a little physicality here. And then the second scrum ends up with 2 Devils and 2 Blues in the old penalty box. Thomas and Buchnevich and Kovacevic and Siegenthaler. Now, the whole beef started because the Blues... It looked, I'm not going to say, I don't think Siegenthaler went out there and purposely tripped whoever it was on the Blues. Was it Tom? I don't even know who it was. But they were pretty close to the boards. It looked very accidental, in my estimation. I didn't even notice it. I think it was just their skates got a little tangled up. Okay. But the Blues took exception to it, and I don't know if I have too much of a problem with it. I know Sam Wu's going to have a little issue with it, but I like that the team is sticking up. They feel they need to stick up for their player, because later on in the game there was an even bigger scuffle because right at the end they went after Siegenthaler Shen tried to get him to fight and everything. And the man who tied his career high in goals and had his 400th career game, Stefan Nason, man, he was like a pit bull. He was in there taking charge of that situation. And it was a long scuffle. People were going down left and right, a lot of headlocks. I don't know if any were real, like, punches were thrown. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't think any gloves were dropped. But Stefan Nason went in there and, he wasn't going to let Siegenthaler get attacked because basically every Blues player was coming at Siegs. And at this point, it was 6-on-5 because the Blues had pulled their goalie. So I don't think it was anything on purpose, the trip up there. I'm okay if it's like, it's a one game thing. If they like start targeting Siegenthaler, I mean, we don't play the Blues that often. But if they were to start doing something like Florida did with Nico a few years back, then I'd be a little pissed. On the flip side of it, if we thought, as Devils fans, our guy got tripped down close to the boards, we would want our team to go in there and muck it up a little bit. So I'm okay with that part of it, I guess. But either way, that also will lead me to my other question of if Big Mac is in the lineup, do they try something like that? I don't know. Maybe they still do. Who knows? But either way, going back in time, Marty McFly style over here. After that second scrum where we had 4 players moved into the box. I'm sorry. It was actually right before that. It was Kyrou from a sharp angle, down low, quick shot. The Blues got a goal there to make it 3-1. That was so Dillon's was at 3:38, and then Kyrou's was at 10:28 of the third period. Okay, and then we had those, kerfluffles. And that one was a quick shot, and Markstrom just didn't get the 5-hole closed up in time. Ping-ponged off the inside of his leg and into the back of the net. So quick shot there by Jordan Kyrou, who is no slouch with the stick either. And then Jesper Bratt, strong defensive work once again by Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. And that creates their empty net opportunity with 16:44 left in the game to put the Devils up 4-1. And they were both down low in the defensive zone, making it happen. Jack gets the puck. He springs Jesper Bratt in the defensive zone. Jesper Bratt carries it through the neutral zone and into the blue zone. And he kind of like just splits and then skates around 2 defenders. And then it's an empty net, and it's a slam dunk in the back there for his 14th of the year. Jack Hughes gets the assist, his 28th. And then we had all the big scuffle and everything that we kind of did a little jump around there on. Sorry about that if it was confusing. Devils win 4-1. Shots on goal for the Devils. 7-7, 14. 14 in the third period for a total of 28. 5 in the first. So that defensive power still there for this team and doing quite well. 6 for the Blues in the second, 9 in the third for a total of 20 shots. Hits, Devils 26, Blues 32 is a physical game. Devils are 1 for 3 on the power play. Blues 0 for 1. Devils dominated in the faceoff circle. 40 wins to the Blues 25. So Sam Wu, couple questions for you, couple questions for everyone out on YouTube and Facebook, X, Instagram, everywhere else. Okay. 1, has Palat unlocked the Jack and Jesper achievement and now has kind of figured out the really like right way to play with them? If what was the other one I was going to ask? Oh yeah, Big Mac in the lineup. If that happens, all the scrum, and I feel like I had a third question and I just completely forgot what it was. Oh, well. Tell us what you think. Oh, king of the football calls.
Good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
You mean the way I talk? What?
Sorry, I'm playing with the sound effects right now.
Okay.
That again, I think that whole thing with Siegenthaler and that hit or lack thereof, I think that was just artificial infuriation, like what the Panthers did a couple years back on Nico Heischer, where they're trying to get themselves up. The fact of the matter, you look at the replay, Siegenthaler barely touched him, and I'm not saying it's a dive. I think it's just a poor skater. That's all it was. So let's just be honest here. Didn't know how to skate. I mean, he barely touched him, Scotty. Barely.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
That's why I felt that they're a bunch of crybabies.
We're all entitled to our opinions. Okay. All right.
Yeah. The McDermott thing, you know what? I thought the Devils held their own. Didn't like to see Nico being in the scrum, but the captain he is.
I kind of like that. I mean,
I'm fearing injury.
Yeah. Besides the injury part of it, I was like, Nico's in there. He looks like he's having fun. All right. That's what I like. Go Cap.
I think Shen was trying to get his team going.
It was 4-1 with like a couple minutes left in the game,
Yeah, but it's the Blues were frustrated. Look, remember when the last time the Devils played the Blues? They were trying to make an impression on the new coach Jim Montgomery. This time around, the Devils are on the road, so like, we're not at home anymore. Now we can beat you, and they did. They did. I thought the Devils dominated throughout the game, and the Devils are showing consistency on defense. Thank you, Art Heaton. Merry Christmas to you with the super chat. Yeah.
Holy
Thank you, Art. Thank you, Art. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Art.
Well, they know that if you do super chats, Devils win. It's a proven fact here on this.
I see.
Let's Go Devils podcast. But I'll tell you what, having McDermott, even though he didn't play tonight, it's always a threat.
Okay.
Always a threat lurking. It's kind of like a nuclear missile. You don't want Sheldon Keefe to punch the launch code on the next game. So
I like when they're called a missile, like in like James Bond. We need a missile. They're gonna not a missile. They're gonna send a missile.
Well, I can't find that clip that quickly, Scotty. But
sorry, go ahead. I was just talking about my
survey says
preference.
my Woo's voice changes when a super chat comes in.
Oh yeah. It gets deeper and more sexy when the super chats come.
Wait till I win the lottery.
Hello, super chat.
When I win the New Jersey lottery and retire. Yeah. So, and what was your third question, or was there a third question?
Do you think Palat has kind of unlocked the mystery of playing with Jack and Jesper? He just seems to, these past like 2 weeks or so, he just seems to be in the right spot, like finding himself in the right spot. And it seems to me like he's just really trying to create space for them out there. And I don't know, is it just them? Is it that because he's putting up results now? I mean, not only is he, got a couple goals here, but he's also showing up on the, with the assist tallies too.
Well, he certainly made himself useful this season, Andre Palat. And I think really, and I'm going to go on a limb here. First year, a lot of pressure. First year when he came to the Devils, the $6 million contract. Last year was kind of a wash. I think Palat performs like Palat when there is great coaching. He was coached under John Cooper in Tampa.
Okay.
And, in fairness to Palat, I don't think Lindy Ruff actually put him in the right spots. I think Palat was supposed to be this like magic bullet leader to lead this young team and be a playoff performer. And I thought he played well in the playoffs, especially against the New York Rangers. But I think right now he's getting comfortable. And Sheldon Keefe, the whole team is playing for each other now. And it shows in their defense. Their defense, we've talked about this for the last 5 years. Remember in 2021, I was hooting and hollering about, oh, Scotty, this team's going to suck till 2025, till they figure out the defense. They figured it out, finally. Finally! Oh, yeah. How long did it take to figure out this defense? And they're not boring when they do that because, remember, in their own defensive zone, you play good defense. You block shots. There's no other team in the NHL that transitions better than the New Jersey Devils. And then now you have a coach that has taught the team fundamentals, and you've got decent goaltending. Suddenly, that one outlet pass can lead to a goal if you're not careful in the Devils' defensive zone. So now you've got yourself not half ice, but the entire ice that you can dominate, and you can play that north-south game. I want to go back to the Palat goal. Tremendous hockey sense and hockey IQ by Luke Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing where to put it off the board, and Palat does not send a rocket of a shot without it being in the right position and using the boards in your favor. And it's interesting because he did it on the road, which, again, usually on your home ice, the little quirks of the boards. Luke Hughes, I'll say it right now. I've compared him to Scott Niedermayer, but I think when it's all said and done, I think we're going to be thinking he might be as good or even better than Niedermayer.
Okay.
And I say that not because I'm a homer. I say that because that hockey IQ, I think skating-wise, they're neck and neck, him and Niedermayer. He's starting to look like Niedermayer right now.
Yeah, Lucas, he's got some wheels on him, man.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Maturity, neck and neck, where Niedermayer was when he was his age. But I think the hockey IQ is just a step above Niedermayer. He is so smart, Luke Hughes, and he can see the vision on the ice. He can see it before anybody else sees it, which makes him, in my mind, very dangerous. So, but again, they played in two different eras, so it's like apples and oranges a little bit. But Luke Hughes, I mean, how is this guy the 4th overall pick? Devils got lucky. I mean, Owen Power was number 1 overall. Luke Hughes, we all thought it was just to make Jack happy. I mean, it did. I mean, Jack was just like bouncing up and down like a little kid when Luke was drafted. But I'll tell you, I never would have thought that the Devils would actually draft a D guy that's very similar to Scott Niedermayer in the way he skated. I thought Niedermayer was just one of a kind. But the way Luke is now playing defense, he doesn't have to lay out people. he could just use his speed, and he's so strong right now. After 1 year in the full season in the NHL, I'm glowing about him because he's freaking good.
Yeah. No, he's gonna. I mean, it's. I'm not gonna. It's not something that I haven't thought about as well. That we're gonna be thinking about him. I feel like Luke is gonna be one of those guys that we're thinking about as Devils fans, like we think about 27 and 4 and 3. You know, in the long run, at the end. You know, like I think he's gonna win some awards along the way too.
You know, I mean, if you want to go really like into the future, let's see, that would be great if I had the sound effects. You know, if you go into the future, can you imagine having the Hughes brothers and their jerseys retired and they're side by side? Wow. I mean, that's just. I mean, you know, you don't. I mean, when you talk about siblings in the NHL and playing on the same team, I mean, you know, I think the Espositos. I don't think they ever played on the same team, but. It could be probably the Sedin twins. I mean, just depends how long both Jack and Luke play together. I mean, they're really, 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 you know, doing well right now. And you know what's nice is Jack Hughes doesn't have to do everything now, and I think he's comfortable. I think Jack Hughes is in a good place right now with this team, and also Jesper Bratt, the way he forechecks. He's nasty out there. He's using his body. And I know Ramona is saying that, Sam, I'm still trolling Rag fans. They're crying. I'm very happy for you, Ramona. I don't have to do it anymore. I just unleash Ramona on the Ranger fans.
There you go. Yeah, Robert Isaacson, too. Only in his second season. Selected says Luke is getting there. I mean, he's just going to get better and better and better. Brooke is missing Nico's mustache. Okay. All right.
I like what Corbin said. Back check, forecheck, paycheck.
Very nice.
I like that. I'm going to steal that.
Where's that one? I didn't see that on the chat. How did I miss that? Insane Pollock. Okay. The last Blues game was when Timo was suspended. Okay. Look at that one. Super chats mean nice dinner for Mrs. Wu. Bigger salads. That's right.
The only thing Mrs. Wu ever benefits is my charm. Yes, I get her every single time.
Okay, line one seems to understand that Palat is when affecting shooting lanes, clog the traffic. I don't know. I think he's surround him with Tampa quality players and he'll produce. Okay, I mean that's fair enough. I think I really didn't. It didn't really hit me. Until Sam Wu just said it, though, about Keefe. You know, there's a lot of guys that weren't flourishing in Lindy's system. I mean, even Timo Meyer didn't look that great. You know,
they look lethargic, both Meyer and at times under Lindy. I think Lindy's system was not. I don't know.
Conducive to them, yeah. I mean, I'm going to agree with you, though. I didn't even think about that whole perspective of it. Him being with John Cooper, who is he the longest? No, Brindamore's the longest tenured coach in the league, right?
I think John Cooper is.
Is it Cooper?
It has to be Cooper.
Who else could it be right now? I can't even. Right?
It's got to be Cooper.
I mean, think about that. Like this day and age, there aren't very many coaches in any leagues, not just hockey, but just sports in general, that stay that long with one team. And granted, he's got a damn good team down there, but we've seen good coaches, get fired from good. As soon as they don't make the playoffs one year, poof, we need a change at the top. John Cooper, I like that. That Keefe has really been the real effect on Palat.
Well, he's putting him in a position to succeed. Everything that Sheldon Keefe's done so far for the New Jersey Devils has been the right call. I mean, they had a 4-game stretch there where they gave up a lot of goals probably in October, and we're all thinking, "Oh, here we go again," but they corrected it.
Yeah, serve here. Keefe has got our boys believing in themselves. Yeah. And Max, we took Nason as a child, sent him to Rod University, and he came back the man of our dreams.
Yeah, he basically went to college down in North
He went
Carolina.
to Bryn Mawr U. Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah.
Got his nose messed up and then came back to New Jersey.
They came on back. Hey, Rod. I get no respect down here in Carolina. No respect. All right, Sam Wu. I know it's getting late there on the East Coast. This was an hour late start time central for St. Louis over there in the Arch. Devils win 4-1. The Road Warriors back at it once again. And they're going to continue on Thursday as Sam Wu gets to visit with his old best friend. That's right, Butt Puck. Damon Severson and the Columbus Blue Jackets. And by the way, our old buddy Damon is having himself a pretty good year so far. So good for Damon. As long as he's not own-goaling us, we hope he does very, very well out there. But we'll be back with some Game Day Live. We got Devils After Dark. We got...
That's what I think of Damon Severson.
He's been old Yellard. We got State of the Fan Address. We got Sam and Bruce at the Point. That'll be on Thursday afternoon, right?
It should be. It should be. Actually, my work schedule. I'll talk to you later, Scotty. We may have, we may have some preemptions on Wednesday.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, just keep an eye open. We'll definitely be back on Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. That's for damn sure. Hopefully talking about another Devils victory. Seems to do it pretty often on the road. 12-4 on the road. That's pretty damn impressive. That's impressive. But thank you, everyone. Another big horns up to Art Heaton out there. Woo! Thank you for the super chat, sir. Happy holidays to you and yours. And hopefully we unwrap a couple more presents of winning hockey games from the New Jersey Hockey Devils.
Absolutely. I'll take it from here, Scotty.
Okay.
Yeah. Just remember to sign up to joinourcrew.com. Yes, joinourcrew.com. We'll be down at American Whiskey on the 22nd, Saturday, for the Devils take on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and also the 22nd? No, 21st. Sorry. That's a Saturday. The 23rd, you'll see Short Sky there, Devils Rangers. Matinee game. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Till next time, let's go Devils.